Hello and welcome to the session. So in this series of machine learning tutorials, let's spend some time on data. So in this session specifically, we'll try to understand what is data, and we will discuss the 6 V's of big data. Now the first question that might arise is, in the series of machine learning tutorial, why are we going to spend some time on data? The reason being, machine learning algorithms itself involves large data sets. Hence, it's necessary that we understand the data that we use in the algorithms, we understand the data sets before applying to the algorithms. So the goal of this complete series of data itself that we have the goal is to learn concepts so that we can understand the data better. And some of the concepts that we will be discussing in this series of data is, we will try to understand the different types of data, we will discuss about data management, the basics of data sets, we will discuss the different types of data types, descriptive analysis, data visualization, and univariate, bivariate, and multivariate data analysis. Now coming to the next question, why are we discussing about data and why are we discussing about big data? So before we answer the question why, let's understand what are the let's get some facts upon data. So as we know, all of us are using smartphones now, and smartphone itself is generating so much of huge data every day, right? We generate text data, we make calls, mails, photos, videos, etc. And it's estimated that 40 exabytes of data is generated every month by single smartphone user. So that if you multiply by 50 million users, so that would be a massive data, right? Each user is generating 40 exabytes, and you multiply that by 50 billion user, you are generating massive data just by smartphones. So this massive amount of data is nothing but big data. Now when you talk about internet, right, even on internet every minute we are generating massive amount of data. So some facts about this is, the amount of data we are generated per minute on internet is 2.1 million shares just on Snapchat, 4.5 million videos are being watched, 1 million logins on Facebook, 188 million emails are sent, and 3.8 million search queries on Google. So this is all that massive amount of data that is being generated on the internet every minute. So that means there's a huge amount of data, right, that is being generated every minute. So it's very important that we try to understand data, we learn to classify the data, we have to learn about how these data is being stored, we need to analyze how we are going to structure this, what is big data analysis framework. It's very important to understand these facts before we actually start our machine learning algorithms. So let's first understand what is data. Very important that as a machine learning engineer, you understand data, right? So data is nothing but facts, right? Now the data that we are using in machine learning, deep learning, or whatever algorithms in AI, it can be in the form of a number, it can be in the form of an audio, video, or an image. So this data, as we know, can be directly human interpretable, right? So when you see the data, I am able to understand this is an image of a girl, this is an image of a flower, right? It's human interpretable, right? Or it can also be a diffused image like images, videos that can be interpreted by a computer. Now when you're talking about data, it's very important that we also try to understand the measurement, or how do you find out the size of the data, right? So as we know, today we are generating data in the order of gigabytes, terabytes, etc. So let's first understand what exactly this means. And I already told you, right, the data is being generated every minute in exabytes. So what is exabytes, right? So 1 byte is nothing but 8 bits. And if you are already a computer engineer, you'll be knowing bit is nothing but 0 or 1, right? So 8 bits becomes 1 byte. 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes, 1 megabyte is 1000 kilobytes, 1 gigabyte is 10 power 6 kilobytes, and 1 terabyte is 1000 gigabytes. and 1 exabyte, which I was talking about, is 10 raised to the power 6 terabytes. So that is exabyte. So now we need to analyze. So when you're talking about, when you're implementing a machine learning algorithm, very important that you analyze your data, right, to frame or to write or to come up with your algorithm. Now first thing is, where are this data stored? Right, you need to know how to store the data, how to use that data. Now the data can be stored in various ways. It can be stored in flat files, it can be stored in databases or data warehouses. And also there are two types of data. We say operational data and non-operational data. Now operational data is the data which we use in normal business processes, right? For example, sales data, that's a operational data. Non-operational data are data which is used for decision making, right? Now data itself, whatever you collect, the raw data, it is actually meaningless. We have discussed this in the knowledge pyramid in the first session of the tutorials. Data itself is meaningless. It has to be processed in order to generate the information. So suppose I have a data, it is naturally in the form of a string of bytes. So that is actually meaningless. Right? Only when you have a label attached to it and you understand, process the data, the data becomes meaningful. For example, if I just give 10,000 rows of sales data, it is actually meaningless unless you understand what is the number associated with it, what is the label associated with it. Let's say this column is about the product type, this column is telling about the sales value for the last year, this product is going to give me the sales information over the last 5 years. So a label has to be attached. Only then it becomes meaningful. So coming to the big data, as I already discussed with you, big data. Now what's the difference between small data and big data, right? Now small data is a data which has less volume, right? It can be stored just in simple computers, right? Or it can be collected in several sources. You can just work on this data even in just a normal CPU, right? But big data is a massive data. It is a larger data where the volume is massive. It's larger, much larger. So this is a very important thing. It's very there are 6 V's we call it as, that helps to characterize the big data. The first V is volume, right? So volume, basically, as the word itself says, it is going to talk about the measurement or the amount of data. Now that can be measured in terms of gigabytes, terabytes, exabytes, right? Next one is a velocity. So basically velocity is the arrival speed of the data, right? And it's IoTs today, as we have seen, because of the advent of IoTs and internet and communication systems, right? The rate at which the data is being transmitted is increasing at a faster rate, right? Therefore velocity will help us to understand what is the relative growth of the data, how is it accessible by the users, systems and the applications. The third V is the variety of data. So basically we are talking about what kind of data over here, right? To talk at the topmost level, the varieties we can classify into form, function and source of data. Now form is basically, there are many forms of data, basically like text, right? Graphical data, audio data, video, maps. These are all forms of data. And even under that we can have various classifications. One is a composite data, where one media can have many sources of data. You can have video and audio together, you can have video and graphics together and with text together. So that is a composite data. The second variety is the function, right? So these are the data from various sources, like from where it's coming from. Is this data coming from a human conversation? Is this coming from a transaction records, or is it an old archive data? So basically what is the source of the data? The third one is, this is also called as a source of a data, but here we are going to classify into open data, public data, which we are already familiar, right? Data which you can easily download from the internet, that becomes an open source or a public data. Social media data, multimodal data. So basically these are the other types of sources of data. Now coming to the fourth V. The fourth V is veracity. Veracity deals with the conformity to the facts, truthfulness, believability, confidence in the data, right? So this is a very important parameter. See, when you are working on machine learning algorithm, you have taken huge amount of data. It's very important to verify the authenticity of the data, right? Do you really have the confidence in the data that you have selected? right? So especially when you're doing for medical, right, you're trying to write an algorithm to classify the diseases. If you're not truthful about the data, then there is no belief in your work that's been done, right? So that is veracity. So veracity talks about the truthfulness, believability, confidence of your data, because data can have errors. They can be there. It can be there. Technical errors are going to be there. Typographical errors are going to be there. Human errors are going to be there. So you need to analyze the data and try to overcome these errors as much as possible. So that's a very important aspect. The fifth one is the validity or the accuracy of the data for taking any decisions for any other goals that are needed by the given problem. So validity of data is also very important, right? You want to take a decision, you're doing a work, you take the recent work, right? So suppose I gave you the survey, right? So I have to give you the survey which is valid today. I cannot give you the survey which was there last year or maybe 10 years back. So validity of the data is also very important when you're using it. The sixth one is the value, right? See, the value of the data is very important, right? What is a value? What is a content? Right? What is the quality of the data? That is very important. If the quality is bad, applying a machine learning algorithm on that and taking decisions, that can have a huge effect on your work, right? So it's very important that you understand the value of the information that is extracted from the data and take proper decisions based upon the value. So these are the 6 V's, very famous 6 V's of big data. Just to quickly revise, the 6 V's which characterize the data are volume, velocity, variety, veracity, validity, and value. Now coming to the last one, data quality. See, naturally when we work these things, I will be discussing lot of times when you're talking about a particular machine learning algorithms. So just to briefly give you the information, it's also very important that you measure the quality of the data, right? So again, here you have these parameters called as precision. So precision basically defines the closeness of the repeated measurements. So precision basically tells what is the precision or the closeness of the measurement. You do a measurement from your algorithm and how precise is your measurement. That is precision. Standard deviation is also helps you to measure the precision. Bias basically in general term, it's like when you're coming up with an algorithm, how much bias is there, how much you are biased with your result. So right, that is basically the descriptive analysis. So basically the bias will tell what kind of erroneous assumptions have you done in your algorithm, right? When I've written an algorithm, I might have done some biases, I might have done some assumptions. So if you have done, you need to state it. And now if it is too much, then that becomes an erroneous assumption. That is nothing but bias. The fourth one is a very commonly used performance metric, that is accuracy, which is the degree of measurement of errors. So basically it tells what is the closeness of the measurements to the true value. See, so I have taken a let's say I'm classifying an image as cancer or benign. So suppose the test image which I'm testing, I'm saying it is a benign, but if you actually see, it's a true value is actually cancerous, then accuracy is 0 in this case. Right? So basically you're making a comparison to what your algorithm is saying to the actual value. So that's the accuracy. So in detail we will be discussing all this with respect to formulas and we'll be implementing in the future sessions. So that was about it. So today's class was just a brief introduction to what is data, right? Some raw facts about data. We also discussed about the 6 V's of big data and data quality. In the next session, we will discuss about different types of big data. Thank you so much.